Hi everybody and welcome to another episode of Cap at Home. My name is Miss Allie and today we are going to be learning about a new artist and making a really cool project. So today we're going to be learning about Jean Dubuffet, and we're going to be making these eyes closed portraits. And so they're really awesome. We're going to learn about blind contours, we're going to learn about a new artist, and we're going to make these awesome abstract works. So I'm going to go ahead and set up my drawing board and we'll get started. So today, there we go. So today, like I said, we're going to be learning about this new artist. So he's a really special artist. He is a French painter and sculptor, and he actually was really known for making work that was based on non-traditional standards of beauty. And so what does that mean? So this is my example of the project, but I actually have a book here of some examples of his, and I'm mainly going to be looking at this piece right here. So this was created in 1963. This is a painting, but he's really known for using these kind of like abstract shapes, black, white, red, and blue colors, lines, sort of fill in. So that's what we're going to be using for inspiration today. And so just looking at his work, he really thought about how a work of art does not have to correspond to a general idea of beauty. It can be an expression, have a message, and it can be a choice. So you can even really portray ugliness. So he did that sometimes. Like in this image. This isn't one of his blue and red works. Most of them are like this. And like I said, he does do a lot of paintings and sculptures, and like paintings of his sculptures and then sculptures of his paintings and back and forth. So today we are going to be doing a drawing exercise that in addition to being a lot of fun will help us discover that a face drawn without like mental patterns that require us to draw well, can be really interesting, expressive, original, and very personal. So what we are going to need today is a blank piece of paper, a pencil, an eraser, and then some black, red, and blue markers. I have Sharpies with me, but any kind of marker will do just fine. So what we're going to do is start off by making blind contour. So what's a blind contour? So that is a drawing the outer part or the outline of something. So contour. And that meaning blind means that you draw without looking at the object. So you either draw it from memory or you're looking at the thing, but you're not looking at your paper. So that's what we're going to be doing to create our self-portraits. We're going to start with blind contours, and then we're going to color them in. So what we want to do is start with our pencil, and you're going to draw a portrait. So you need to either pick someone that you've seen a lot so you remember their face and you can draw it from memory, or look at someone. So have someone stand in front of you for a couple minutes and then you can draw them. I'm going to draw someone from memory because I don't have anyone in front of me right now. And what I'm going to do is take my pencil and I'm going to draw it out. And because I'm drawing from memory, I'm going to draw the portrait with my eyes closed. And so this means I'm not going to look at it. And the other thing that we're going to do is not pick up our pencil. So it's one full line contour, meaning the outline. I'm not looking at my paper, and I'm not picking up my pencil. So if you're like drawing from somebody, if you're looking at someone, just look directly at them. Don't look at your paper. So I'm closing my eyes right now. I know you can't see me, but I am, I promise. And I'm going to draw a face from memory. So I'm going to try and draw my sister from memory. So I'm going to look at the paper, figure out where I want to start with my pencil, and I'm closing my eyes. And I'm drawing. And sometimes if you have a hard time keeping your eyes closed, you can look upwards. That might help. And so this is going to be, it's really hard to do because you have to think about where the face is. So you draw your eyes, nose, mouth, And then if you go down to the bottom, you have a neck. And then I forgot to draw hair, so now I gotta go up here. And then draw up here. And then if they had glasses, you could add that. So you can see how this is sort of a funky design. But they look really cool. So I'm going to, and the more that you do them, the better you get at actually drawing them. And your portraits look more like portraits. Sometimes they don't look like portraits at all. So once you have that drawn, and you can take longer time with it if you want more details, that's fine. But then you want to go ahead and take your black marker and trace this. So again, I'm doing the same thing. I'm not, I didn't pick up my pencil at all if you were watching me. You can also just start with a black marker if you want. Sometimes that can be easier. Sometimes it's easier to trace that way. When you're tracing, you can pick up your marker because you've already done all the lines without picking up your marker or your pencil. And the idea is that it's abstract, it's what you think they look like, it's what you're feeling. It's more about feeling than it is about, like, total outcome. So again, I'm just drawing the lines with my black marker. It's very expressive practice, meaning, like, it's very based on how you feel. You're expressing your thoughts and feelings. So he's a really cool artist, too, because he does a lot of, like I said, paintings and drawings, but he also, like, will do a very fluid practice. So say he did a painting of one thing, then he's going to do a sculpture of that thing, and he sticks to very simple colors and shapes, but sometimes they're so big they look so cool. So again, I'm just outlining. Trying to get all the lines that I hit. And it's supposed to look kind of funny. Like, if it was supposed to look normal, we would be looking at the paper. So this is a really good exercise in practicing drawing what you're actually looking at, or what you like, or what you're thinking, or what you're seeing, rather than drawing like a constant looking up practice. Because this makes you really think about what you're looking at. And it's kind of just a really cool practice. It's also really fun. Like, I promise once you start doing it, you're going to be, like, really into it, and you're going to want to draw everyone in your family. I do this a lot. Alright, so when you get, like, to this point, then you can erase. You can erase the pencil marks. If you didn't use, like, a Sharpie or permanent marker, make sure your marker is totally dry on the paper before you start erasing so you don't get streaks. Alright. Okay, I think I got all of it. I'm gonna brush that off. So now I'm into the coloring part. So like we had talked before, Jean Dubuffet does a lot of work with just simple colors and simple shapes. So more things natural, human-made, but he uses, his traditional colors are white, black, red, and blue. So I'm going to go ahead, and he does use lots of lines, stripes, thick like rectangle shapes, and just filling in the shapes. So like I showed you in that image before, he does do that. So that's why we're going to take our red and our marker, and our blue marker, and we're going to fill in some of the spaces. So you could decide, maybe I want this whole space to be filled. And there's no necessarily pattern to this. So like maybe I want that space to be filled and this space. So it's sort of like coloring inside the lines, like coloring in the shapes. Oop. Then maybe I want. And the really cool thing about this is that they're all going to look so different. It's one of those projects that like we can all do the same thing, but they'll always look really different. And I love those types of projects. So again, I'm using, I'm using kind of like these really thick rectangle stripes. And I'm just picking spaces to fill in And I'm going to use both red and blue all over. And some of them I'm filling in totally. Some of them are going to be smaller stripes. And you can do big spaces, little spaces. And I'm doing this with markers because markers I think are more vibrant, but you can also do this with crayons or colored pencils. The benefit of doing it with markers is that the colors are really vibrant. Colored pencils, you get a really nice fine tip point, so if you're really coloring in small places. And crayons are really good for like layering colors, but we're not doing a whole lot of that, so I would try and stick to crayons or colored pencils or markers if you have it. And then you could even do like, so let's say you wanted to have one shape, one space you want to fill in, and you wanted to like crosshatch, so have the stripes going the other way. You could do that too. And so it's really totally up to you how spaced out you want to make things. You could do really thin stripes. So that is how you're going to finish up your portrait. So again, this is a really expressive technique. Makes you really think about what you're seeing versus what you're drawing. Sometimes when we start drawing things, we get too focused on what we're actually drawing on the paper, not looking at what we're actually drawing as much. And these are really good abstract, so something that doesn't look like the thing that we're drawing. And I feel like we're really honoring Jean Dubuffet in the way that we're expressing in a message, and this is becoming such a personal choice, and it really is promoting this idea of non-traditional beauty, because I think these look really cool and they're really beautiful in their own way, but they're not necessarily what most people would call beautiful. And there's something really, really nice about that. And they're all so unique. So I hope you give it a try because I think they're super fun. And they're really relaxing to do. And they're not a project that takes a long time, so you can easily make a few of them. And then see if you can get your whole family involved. Even if they say, oh, I don't really like art, I don't really do art, I'm not good at drawing. You don't have to be for this project. Anyone can do it, any age, any skill level. And then if it turns out, if they say it's ugly, then you say, that's what it's supposed to look like. Which is really awesome. So you can just take some time doing this. Well, I hope you enjoyed this cap at home video today, and I would really love to see what you made, you and your family and friends made this Jean Dubuffet inspired eyes closed drawing. So remember, when you do this, your eyes are closed and you're not picking up your pencil or pen, whatever you're using. And I would really love to see what you made, so you can feel free to post it in the comments of this video or to the share it in the email that we have provided in the link of this video. And make sure to check out more of our cap at home videos today, our other one at 2 p.m. and more on Thursday. And if you're interested in checking out the rest of our cap at home videos, all of our videos can be found online on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. So make sure to check all of those out. So thank you for joining me. Again, my name is Miss Allie, and this is our Jean Dubuffet inspired eyes closed portrait drawing. So these look really awesome. So thanks for joining me, and I'll see you next time.